Hello everyone and welcome to the New Year video. A bit later than everybody else's because everyone else brought theirs out on New Year's Day, etc. But I really put some effort into this to have a look at the year in general. And as you can tell, we start off with Project Cars 1 because before, in 2016, 2015 we were really lacking in racing. There was nothing really happening. We're on GT6 still. However, Project Cars 1 sort of started at the end of that year. And then suddenly we're trying to qualify for the Multi-Class Championship, the first one of the year. So this is ESL number 69, my first ESL. And as you can tell, it was pretty hectic. You've seen names there that you're used to. And obviously I'm pretty new to Project Cars still at this point. I'm still learning. I didn't realise you could change the brake balance at this point. That made a big impact on this track. I just had a bit of contact there with Doffer. Obviously we know about that little issue with the contact bug, as then we get it with Spider. So Spider had a little issue at the start of this race. And what we found in this race, and obviously the next one, is it was top 4 that went through in this race. Top 4. Now obviously I didn't get top 4 in this first race, so I had a lot of work to do between this race and that race. But even so, I still pushed hard, and as you can see, it was really close racing. So I just advanced it towards the final lap, just to see what happened, just to spark that memory if you don't remember it or you haven't seen it yet. So I made a couple of mistakes. I then caught back up to Doffer, and I spent a lot of effort doing that. And then obviously Hunter got a penalty. So as we come in here, we get the contact bug. That nudges him off slightly. Can't do anything about it. He should have been far to the left anyway because he had a penalty. But then, yeah, he just hits me off. So I come back on the track, and then watch this. Bow! Straight into me. He said I did it on purpose when obviously I didn't. Contact bug. Anyway, I believe he got banned because I literally never saw him race again. Because he admitted he did it on purpose as well in chat, which you really shouldn't do. But obviously, then we went to Road America, the second chance to qualify as a pro driver, and look at the qualifying times there, a 10th between first and God knows where. So this was an insane ESL go for. This was number 70, and we had to qualify in the top 4 for this one. And on this start, I got lucky. I had 2 bad starts in the first 2 rounds. I did like a 1, 2 count, bang, I left, and look at that, I somehow nailed it. And then I went for it, of course. So good start there, and Rotax was lagging there, and we get a bit of a funny moment coming up in a second. I managed to brake just for that. Oh, poor Spider. That was horrible, but it looked so hilarious. So Rotax lagged out, went straight into Spider. Spider went flying. But obviously that caused a bit of chaos here. So we're into 5th place at the moment. And we needed top 4. And actually Raskaman just gets pushed out a little bit there by Ghost Rossi. And Raskaman, we've not seen him in a while. He's a cracking racer, very clean racer. So we managed to get past Raskaman into 4th place. We are actually in a pro spot, to get this qualification place. As you can see, they're still battling up front even though they're in the top 4. And Empower just doesn't do that corner very well, so I go to the inside. There's a bit of contact here, but I'm keeping this all the same. I think he realises that as well, so he just moves off a little bit. So I go defensive, and yeah, look at this, 3rd position. And then I'm going to catch up to Ghost Rossi here. Now, Road America, this was my first ever drive at Road America. I didn't know the track before. I can tell you now, it's one of my favourites. So if we come round here, this is where it gets a little bit crazy in this race, and I mean crazy. Looking back at this is fun as well. This is really fun. We're going to look at Project Cars 2 a little bit more and the fun aspects of that in another video. But look at this, side-by-side action. Now we know there is a contact bug in Project Cars 1. But even so, we're still going to try and go around the outside at turn 1, which doesn't go very well. So a bit of contact there. That wasn't my fault actually. I gave him enough room. Then I made contact with Smokey, just coming back on the track after being nudged off. There's all sorts going on behind as you look in the rearview mirror. And as we come through this corner, Smokey gets a good run on me. So I'm going to drop to 3rd place, and I literally just stayed behind Smokey, and I was lifting off all over the show. I knew I could have him if I wanted to, but I didn't. We qualified in pro, so we actually made pro in the multi-class, the first big tournament of the year, the ESL multi-class championship, and in LMP2. And LMP2 it seemed to be my best category rather than these GT3. So let's have a look at that now. So there we go with the qualifying times. The realisation that I was a bit off the pace here, and I did work out afterwards what it was. But even so, we got a really good start here, and look how good this looks, especially in the TV camera. Oh my word. And these are all live streamed, of course. And as this was the first one, it was a 45-minute race rather than the 30-minute races you saw later. We're going to revisit a couple of these races, or actually I think we might revisit all of them, because it was a bit of a crazy championship. Whatever could happen to me, happened to me. And remember, this was on PS4 as well, so we had some of PS4 issues. But as you can see, some of the names that we used to, we've got Mangator in front of us, Driver R1's I think in first position, we've got Michael in second, Unity Smokey, I'd say we've not seen him in a while, he's right behind me. So he overtook me at one point because I made a mistake, but then he had this really big issue. Oh my word, that was scary. But we finished the race in 4th. Not a bad first race, you know. I could accept 4th. 4th was a £250 prize. So as we're then in 3rd place here, I actually qualified in 2nd, and I was on for a good run here, and I got disconnected. And believe it or not, a couple laps later, driver made a mistake, so I would have come 2nd. Really annoying. Then we went to Donington. This was my birthday race, believe it or not. I'd literally been out the night before. I was on Red Bull here. This is a restart of a race as well. We set off, and Mangator gets a load of wheel spin because it's the first time he's used the car. Accidentally knocked me out here. Gonna come on the track. I flashed him a little bit there just to be like, what are you doing? But now I'm obviously raging here. And this was one of my best races, by the way, because I got consistent laps. I think all my laps were in 1 or 2 tenths of each other. It was insane. But as I come through here, LZ turns into me, wipes me out again. So that wasn't the best race. I had damage, but as I say, I had a really consistent race. We then went to Imola. Imola, the first race where something didn't happen to me, and I could actually have a good race. The only difference here was everybody was using the Alpine, and I was the only one. Oh, and Kaki was in the RWD as well, but Kaki seemed to have lost a bit of pace at this point. I hadn't. I was on fire at Imola. So as you can see, we're chasing down Isaac. We're always battling Isaac. Quality driver, quality clean driver. And look at this, go for the move. Down on the right hand side. Oh, it was an epic battle. Now, all these videos are obviously on my channel, so if you want to look for the first multi-class championship, there is a playlist for that. You can go look at that and watch some of the highlight videos. Of course, I commentate on most of them, because I didn't commentate on the first 2. Definitely commentated on this. But as you can see, it was crazy. We had different classes all battling, and here we've got Spider and Boxer. We haven't seen Boxer in a while because obviously Boxer's on PlayStation, fighting for that position. So look at this, 2x2, inside, outside, all sorts of craziness as we come out of that short left-hander at Imola. And you've seen Imola already, which is interesting. But we continue on around this left-hander, and we all make it through safe and sound. How good is that? So then we go to Catalonia, and this is where we experience a bug, an unfortunate bug. So look at the fuel level. Bang, I get the 60 litre fuel thing for no reason whatsoever. I was on the curb, just absolutely power through. I didn't mean to reset that way to scare that driver. But yeah, that cost me a really good place. I was really fast at Catalonia for whatever reason. I could keep up with everybody. And then it happened again. And this is near the end of the race, so I just thought I'd keep going. But watch this. Did it again, this time straight into the barrier. That's my car wrecked, basically. Really unfortunate with that one. I'd say this championship, I had all sorts happen to me. Absolutely all sorts, and as you can see there, we go to Monza. Now, Monza, if you watch this on live stream or the video, you will remember this well. So obviously I kept getting good starts in this multi-class championship, and as we headed towards the first corner, my wheel decided to fail. I literally had 2 wheels at this point, and I left one on, and the brake seemed to spear me right for no reason whatsoever, and cause an absolute pile-up on probably what would have been one of the craziest races of the championship. Really, really annoying, and again, I was really quick here as well, but I had damage. I think Isaac got damage from that as well. Then we went to Brands Hatch. This one, I did get a good one. We have a bit of a Schumacher Barrichello moment there with the wall on the driver R1. Didn't really like that, felt that was a bit aggressive. But even so, we carried on racing. We did get damage from that as well. But driver gets on the inside, 2x2 through here. Now look how close me and Michael race here. It is unbelievable how close we race through Graham Hill Bend. I can't believe there's no contact here. One of my favourite moments of the championship. Well, not the favourite moment. And you're probably well aware of what the favourite moment is. However, at Brands Hatch, guess what happened this time? We changed wheel by this point. The PS button activated by itself. So that cost me another position in the race. As I say, so we've had disconnect, we've had weird bugs with a bounce, the PS button activate, everything you can think of has happened. So we went to Dubai, another track I've never done before. We get another good start. I'd say my starts in this championship were really good. And we head towards this turn now. I got greedy at this point because I had to push. If I was going to have any chance of catching up to third place, I was in fourth in the championship at the moment, somehow. But if I had any chance of getting to third, I had to push. So Michael ran me wide there. That was fair enough. That wasn't too bad. I couldn't see who was on my right. And as you can see, Isaac's changing up and down all the time on positions. We just had a bit of contact there. But at Dubai, that exit gives you a shortcut penalty. Drop to the back. But I had one hell of a comeback in this race, I can tell you that much. So I pushed like hell. I caught up to Matty. Matty let me go. And then I caught up to Isaac. So we go to overtake. I think it's a boxer actually. Let's have a look. It is indeed. But coming up to this corner, Isaac makes a slight error there. It goes too deep, so I come on the inside and I managed to get up to 4th position. But that's not the only thing. I actually gain another position, even though Mangator's 5 seconds up the road. Mangator experienced a little bit of an issue. And it scared the life out of me because I thought it was an invisible wall. So as we come round here, you'll see Mangator on his side, so it scares the crap out of me. It took me a lap to work out who it was. Didn't realise I got up to 3rd position, but I'll take it. Hockenheim. Now we know why this is on, surely. We know why this is on. So we get another good start again. Mangator actually gives me the space to turn in here, but I just run a bit too wide. I'm not joking there. That's like an inch too wide. Get a shortcut penalty. Guess who's going back to the LMP field again. However, I don't give up that easy. As you can see, I moved back up to 4th position through overtakes and everything else. Penalties given to other players. And then we have one of the best moments of the entire year. I've banged on about this one loads of videos. This move with Isaac, and Isaac, fair play to Isaac here as well, because we race clean and it's amazing. So we're coming up to the hairpin here. Isaac goes defensive. You can see as I get the slipstream. This is the last lap as well. Look at the time left on the race. Just goes a bit deep, so I come on the inside. We're now side by side at the Hockenheim. We've then got this fast right-hander into the left. That's going to give Isaac the inside. But of course, we've got a bit more of an overrun here, so we can keep this space. That's all a part of clean racing, and Isaac is awesome with clean racing. Look at this, still side by side. It's coming to this right-hander. We're still giving each other space. I've given Isaac just enough space on the left-hand side. I still can see him just there. So coming to this right-hander. I've obviously got the inside. I get that position. Oh my word, that is one of my favourite moments of racing in general that I've had. So really fair play to Isaac. We then had the double header with the final. Really weird bug here at Zolder. Not sure what it was, but my car was just all over the place. I'm really not sure why. As when I actually had a look at the video and I commented on the video, it looked like my brakes were just really hot and just constantly overheating. Not sure why. I still had a bit of a fun race all the same. However, bit like me in these races, I always end up in some sort of issue. I think there's only 2 races where I didn't have an issue, or 3. Yeah, we come up to this corner. As I had a problem with the brakes. Come into here and shortcut penalty by like an inch again. So then we went to Oschersleben. Now this track I am rapid at. No idea why, but I'm rapid. But anti-roll bars was a big issue here. So I had to stop there at the start. I don't know if you saw that. Michael got a really bad start, so I had to brake. And then me and Johan have contact. Comes down the middle. That pushes it all off. We try and come back on safely. We then have contact. The Raskaman's on the left. I have contact with him. So, yeah. That all went a bit crazy. So now we're going to have to push like crazy to even get any positions. And, yeah, we overtake a few drivers here. The GT3 class being very well aware of where I am there. That's really well played by Doffra. I was on the inside of Doffra there. Coming on the inside of Joker. We've got my teammate up in front, Bishop. And he's just all over the place a little bit with his rear. Now this was a bit interesting. So obviously if you've watched this video you know what's going to happen. But you can see his rear's a bit all over the place. Now I back off here completely because you need a good run out the corner. So I back off, he's in a GT3 car. And what you do here is you just put your foot down. You do this in all the cars. You can see the other GT3 going away. Bishop suddenly brakes. I hit his rear, so I make him spin out there, and then I go off. And I got loads of damage at this point. I carried on racing, but even so. That was the end of that. I finished 4th. And as you can see, in the meantime of all of that, GT6 was still happening. We had the triple threat GT300 triple threat championship. This was the final one, final rounds. So 7, 8, 9. I think it was. And we had Spa, so I'm showing you one of the Spa races here. It's one of the highlight videos. Oh my god, this was so fun to commentate on. The driving was epic. We had all sorts of just amazing driving and different environments as well, of course. So the idea was you had the RX-7, you had the Impreza, and then you had the Lexus as well. As you see this, oh look how close that was. And you could only use one of the cars once. In like at Spa, for example, you had 3 races, then you had two races, and the final race was a long endurance, and you used the final car that you hadn't used in the other 2 races. Really good idea, this. Really good racing, and we had all sorts of chaos. I'd say chaos in a good way. I mean, there was overtaking, there was people everywhere, and the commentary was live, and I want to do more commentaries. But I thought this was awesome fun. We had driver profiles, we had all sorts. So then we went to Le Mans, and we did the Nordschleife as well. We did the 2.4 hours of the Nürburgring. Full race is on YouTube. That was a cracking race as well. But this Le Mans, look at the slipstream craziness. Oh god, I remember this so well. It was unbelievable stuff. And as I say, these videos are all on YouTube. If you want to watch some of the commentary of these races, it's really good stuff. It's live commentary. I can't live stream. As you know, I can't live stream. Oh, that's a nasty accident. But I can commentate on them live and then just literally put the video together with the video footage, because I record and then I use Audacity to film the voiceover, and then just upload it. And then that's literally it. Now, I did make it into a bit of a TV program, so we had driver profiles. We looked at tracks and what was happening, and then looked at the championship where people lied and things like that. So obviously you had 3 separate rounds for each section of tracks, which is where we get 9 rounds from. So you had 3 sort of section winners and then an overall winner as well. But as I say, this is great fun. If you wanted to watch some close racing from GT6, that's the video for you, and how quality that was. We then started in the SMS-R Championship. GTA didn't get invited as a pro team for whatever reason, not sure why. However, I still said I was going to make my mark in this championship. So as you saw there, a bit of craziness at the start. Lag was a big issue in this championship, and yeah, that was what happened in the first race. I was easily the fastest GT3 car there. I got wiped out by lag. I caught up a few guys, and then we start this race. I'm not sure what happened with Flame Phoenix here. He just slams on for some reason. I'm still not sure why. That caused me a load of damage. Again, I was one of the fastest guys. I wasn't the fastest here though, and fair play to Vernux for telling me the little trick here with the car to get a decent qualifying. So really fair play to Vernux. Really quality guy racing, very clean driver. Yeah, bit of crazy action in the wet, and we came second in this race. You just see Popsu come through there. Fairly good move that. Maybe a bit rough, but we're in the wet, aren't we? It's going to be a bit rough. As you can see here, look how close that is. That was with one of the LMP2 cars there. But then we went to Le Mans. We had a perfect race. Literally, as we come towards the line, we get a win. And this is where the wind started flowing in, if you remember this. In the SMS-R Championship, when I was racing, because we did something else in between the races, I was getting wins. So there's my first win. We went to Catalunya. We get another win. As you can see, they're dominant wins as well. And we kept winning. So you can see there, Storm doing very well in the LMP cars. And then we went to Road America. Of course, we're going to win Road America. I mean, come on. We did a 2-minute 4.6 as well, where we did a 2-minute 5.0 in ESL number 70. So you can see there, it's all good. We then went to, I can't remember the circuit's name. It's in America anyway. Very hilly track. Yeah, this one was a bit more awkward. So as we come into here, you'll see Khaki on the left hand side. Now I'm leading the GT3 class at the moment. As you can tell, there's all MP2 cars up in front of me, and we've got to be careful here at the start, because obviously everyone's getting their brake thing sorted. But look in the rearview mirror, Khaki just makes a bit of an error, tries to overtake 3 cars one corner, pushes me out, causes a bit of damage here, and Popsu gets through there. Then Khaki comes through. At this point, I don't think I was in the championship running, mainly for what was happening in the middle of it, as we'll get onto. We then went to Nürburgring GP. I got a really bad start. Popsu got an amazing start, but then this happened. Look in the rearview mirror. Straight down smash. Now, I knew when Yuhan and Popsy were ahead of me, I knew I could catch them up. Annoyingly, I did catch up to, I overtook Popsy and then caught up to Yuhan with the damage. But even so, we finished that championship, I think, in 4th. And as you can see, now we're in the LMP2 cars again. So while all that was happening, in the middle of that, we had the ESLs. And I was actually winning 50 euros every time, which isn't too bad. I think we totaled 1,000 euros for the year, which is amazing when you think about it. It's racing games, 1,000 euros. Unbelievable stuff. So that obviously helps just fund the racing, funds the channel as well, which we'll get onto in a little bit. But as you can see, we get a load of wins here in the ESL Go 4s, and my word, it was fun. We beat Nova there. Nova's a really quick guy. Bathurst there. Now, Bathurst's a very tricky track. Hockenheim, there was no way I was losing Hockenheim. That, remember, is where the funny moment happened with Popsy, where I stuck my fingers up, just because TX3 were just pushing me a little bit. But as I say, in the SMS-R Championship, we got to do this in the middle of it, which is why we missed a few rounds and didn't win the championship, I feel, anyway. We got to do some real-life racing. So, from Project Cars, a VR competition by Overclockers. Big thanks to Overclockers for even setting this up. But this was the semi-final lap. So, top 3 from the semi-final went through to the final. I had a bit of a problem with my brakes in this one, in this semi-final. Not sure what was happening with it. I couldn't brake at the same place as everybody else. I had to brake a little bit earlier, which was a bit annoying, but I still made it. And we didn't just race Formula 3000 on the day. We raced LMP2. No, so it wasn't an LMP2 car. It was just a JPLM car, but a Le Mans prototype car. I was quite quick in that, to be honest, for my first go. I really enjoyed that. That was absolutely mega fun. I'd just say thank you to a guy there. I also raced a Clio Cup car, BMW M4, Aerial Atom. Trying to think where we drove the Land Rovers off-road, go-karts. Absolutely brilliant fun. Absolutely brilliant fun. And yeah, so this is a 117. We're looking actually for 115s. So I know the brake was an issue there. So then we got to the final. The final was in the wet, and now the entire day in the final was mega. I'm not joking. It was ridiculously good. When you think about this, right? They don't know us very well. In the final, they said we are having no tuition. We've just got to drive. We've just got to drive by ourselves and push the cars. And I was in the top 4, so I made a couple of mistakes. So because it was raining, especially on the Caterhams. Oh yeah, we drove Caterhams. I got in the Caterham when it was the wettest, and I still came about 5th out of however many were there. But if I'd have gone in when it was dry, I think I'd have either won it or come very close, because I was quite quick on my lap, which was really frustrating. So that cost me 3rd place. Now, 1st place was my teammate Matty. He got a load of stuff, PC, etc. 2nd place was my other teammate Growling, who got a PT, and then there was another guy who came 3rd. So yeah, really frustrating. But as you see, they had a bit of oversteer in this wet. It was really tough in the wet. Locking fronts, front tyres under braking. I did spin the car. You get oversteer, you get all sorts. Crazy. You got puddles everywhere. You're taking wet lines rather than dry lines. Crazy, but awesome fun. So honestly, big thanks to Overclockers. I hope you enjoyed those videos, because honestly, they were mega. I wish I could have cameras in all the cars, but you only get a camera for this. But you get to see it anyway. And I'd say all these videos are on the channel. So I hope you enjoyed that. So what's coming up for 2018 and what's coming on the channel? As you know, Project Cars 2 is out. So this is the first ESL that happened. Obviously, this is October, I think, or November. So we're going to have Project Cars 2. I'm still trying to find my feet really with Project Cars 2. As I say, I'm going to do a separate video on this. But I'm still a bit wavery with Project Cars 2 at the moment. There's still some settings I think that need changing on the game to make it a bit more fun, especially when I look at the Project Cars 1 videos and how much fun I had in there. But as you can see in the braking, the rear of the car's just all over the place, and as you see later on in the lap, Khaki spins. I think it's Khaki. Somebody spins. You got Mangates behind me. All the big names are spinning at the moment in this game, and some of them aren't enjoying it. I will be honest. I'm trying to enjoy it as best as I can. but it's really hard to drive a car fast and consistent when the car is just constantly wanting to spin. I know they are looking into it though, so we'll see what happens. But even so, you know, let's see what happens with Project Cars 2. I thoroughly enjoyed Project Cars 1. It really brought my enthusiasm for sim racing back and just racing in general. So, you know, we've got to thank SMS for that and those 2 championships that happened, and the ESL, of course. I'm thanking them. Obviously, Project Cars 2 isn't the only game that's out at the moment. We've also got GT Sport, which you'll see in a second, and it's just another race that we've seen on the channel. But there you can see Kaki disappear into the barrier. So, as I say, there are other games. We've got GT Sport coming out of the channel, but I just want to say thanks for the support. The channel's growing a little bit over this year. Obviously, the new games have only just released, so a lot of people have just died down on the games, especially Project Cars 1. Obviously, that was old, and GT6 was very old at that point. So a big thank you to anybody who has supported the channel. And what I'm going to do, I'm just trying to work out the details, because obviously everyone's from different countries. I'm not joking when I say there's people that have watched this all over the world. There's like 200 countries people have watched it, or 180, or I don't know, it's some daft number. I mean, I saw some countries I didn't even know existed on the blimmin' analytics of some of these YouTube videos. Absolutely crazy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give back to the channel. So you will see a giveaway very soon on the channel. It's not going to be big. It's from my own pocket, of course, as well. So, you know, do bear in that mind. I'm trying to buy a house so I can live stream and stuff. But there is going to be a giveaway, just to say thank you for the support that you've given to the channel. I'll obviously give more details on how you can win on that. Obviously, you have to be subscribed to actually win the prize, because that shows big support for the channel. And it's just to say thank you to you guys that have been watching the channel. Obviously consecutively with the track guides. I know people enjoy the track guides, people enjoyed the GT Academy videos. Whether it doesn't know GT Academy, I don't know, so please don't ask me that question. You see, I make a bit of a mistake there, cause a bit of chaos. So yeah, I don't know whether there's going to be another GT Academy or not. There could be other stuff as well. Of course, we've got Project Cars 2. Is there any major tournaments coming up that we're going to be involved in? GT Sport, the major tournaments. You may have seen me in the E3 video in 2016. I don't know, but as I say, that giveaway, I'll just say thank you to some of you guys, or all of you guys. Whoever wins it obviously is going to get it, but at least you'll have the chance and opportunity to win. I think it'll be like a Steam or PSN giveaway sort of thing. So yeah, I'll give more details at the time. So as I say, thanks very much for the support on watching the channel. I know that's been a heck of a long video, so if you made it this far, oh my word, congratulations. But that's it for now, and there's going to be a random video showing on the screen if you want to watch that. My logo's there if you haven't subscribed already and you want to subscribe and support the channel, or even enter the giveaway. But that's it for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.